ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं यो अन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ईश्वरः परमः कृष्णः सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः अनादिरादिर्गोविन्दः सर्वकारणकारणं कृष्णं नारायणं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे व्रजप्रियं कृष्णं द्वैपायनं वन्दे कृष्णं वन्दे पृथासतं सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। रमापतिपदाम्भोज परिस्फुरति मानसं सेनापतिमहं वन्दे विश्वक्सेनं निरन्तरं प्रह्लाद नारद पराशर पुण्डरीक व्यासम्बरीश शुक शौनक भीष्मदार्घ्यान् रुक्माङ्गदार्जुन वसिष्ठ विभीषणादीन् पुण्यानिमान् परमभागवतान् स्मरामि। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतः चार्थेष्वभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयः यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। धर्मः प्रोज्झितकैतवोऽत्र परमः निर्मत्सराणां सताम् वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनम्। श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यते त्रिकृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरह कातराजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। यस्वानुभावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतितितीर्षतान्तमोन्धं संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये यस्य भगवताख्या सर्वेषां भक्तिदानृणां स एव करुणा सिन्धुः बोधितात्मा गुरुर्मम। तस्मै श्री वासुदेवाय धरणीसुररूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय तुभ्यं श्रीगुरवे नमः। शङ्ख चक्र गदा पद्मधारिणे गुरुरूपिणे गुरुवायुपुरेशाय वासुदेवाय ते नमः। संसारसागरे मग्नं दीनं मां करुणानिधे कर्मग्राहगृहीताङ्गं मामुद्धर भवार्णवात्। श्रीमद्भागवताख्योऽयं प्रत्यक्षः कृष्ण एव हि स्वीकृतोऽसि मया नाथ मुक्त्यर्थं भवसागरे। मनोरथो मदीयोऽयं सफलः सर्वथा त्वया निर्विघ्नेनैव कर्तव्यः दासोऽहं तव केशव। शुकरूपप्रबोधज्ञ सर्वशास्त्रविशारद एतत् कथा प्रकाशेन मदज्ञानं विनाशय। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खं कौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायमतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेश मनिषं हृदि भावयामि। वातालयेश मनिषं हृदि भावयामि। Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran session. Last week, technically we have completed the first canto by His grace, but some part as a class we have to do. All of us have done the homework that night itself. We have read the meaning. So what we'll do, we in the class to have a completion, we have to read the meaning from verse number 70 of the last chapter of the first canto. That is the 19th chapter. From that onwards, we'll read the meaning of the verse. We'll chant those verses and then enter canto 2. So, meaning from verse 17. Thus resolved. I hope everybody is there with me. Thus resolved, and having placed the kingly responsibilities on the shoulders of his own eldest son Janamejaya, the wise king sat down on the southern bank of Ganga, a spouse of deity presiding over the oceans, on the blades of Kusha grass with their roots turned to the east, himself facing the north. When that king of kings, Emperor Parikshit, had thus taken his seat with a vow to fasting till death, hosts of gods in heaven shouted applause and joyfully rained down flowers on him on the earth, while drums were sounded again and again. The great rishis who had assembled there were benevolent to the people by their very disposition and spent all their energy in conferring benefits on them. They too applauded the king and approved of his resolve, exclaiming, "Splendid!" and spoke words which fitted well with the king, who was deeply impressed with the virtues of the Lord of excellent renown. इति स्मराजाध्यवसाय युक्तः प्राचीनमूलेषु कुशेषु धीरः उदङ्मुखो दक्षिणकूल आस्ते समुद्रपत्न्या स्वसुतन्यस्तभारः एवं च तस्मिन् नरदेवदेवे प्रायोपविष्टे दिवि देवसङ्घाः प्रशस्य भूमौ व्यकिरन् प्रसूनैः मुदा मुहुर्दुन्दुभयश्च नेदुः महर्षयो वै समुपागताये प्रशस्य साध्वित्यनुमोदमानाः ऊचुः प्रजानुग्रहशीलसाराः यदुत्तमश्लोकगुणाभिरूपम्. O chief of royal sages, this is no wonder in you, the sons of Pandu, devoted as you are to Sri Krishna, for in your eagerness to attain proximity to the Lord, you have speedily renounced the imperial throne against which kings robbed their crowns. Now we shall all remain here till this king, who is foremost among the devotees of the Lord, has cast off his mortal coil and ascended to the highest abode of the Lord, which is beyond the reach of Maya and free from sorrow. On hearing these words of the sages, impartial, sweet, full of deep significance and true, Parikshit greeted the sages, who had all become one with the Supreme Spirit, and eager to hear the stories of the Lord Vishnu, Sri Krishna, replied to them as follows. Shining like the Vedas, that abide in visible form in the highest heaven, the Satyaloka, Brahma's abode, you have all come together from every quarter, and you have no purpose of your own to achieve in this world or the next, except doing good to others, which is your innate disposition. Reposing faith in you, therefore, O Brahmanas, I ask you this question, which is the only question worth asking in regard to my duty. Tell me, O learned sages, after due deliberation, what innocent course should be pursued by all under every circumstance, and in particular by those who are about to die? Meanwhile, there arrived on the scene, wandering about on the earth at will, the divine Shuka, the son of Vyasa, who was indifferent to the world and had no visible marks on any particular varna, grade of society, or ashrama, stage of life on his person, who was contented with the realization of his own self and was surrounded by women and children and who bore the appearance of ascetic that had renounced all worldly attachments and connections. 16 years of age, with his tender feet, hands, thighs, arms, shoulders, cheeks, and frame. He had a lovely countenance with large eyes, a prominent nose, symmetrical ears, beautiful eyebrows, and conch like shaped neck. His collarbone was hidden within a fleshy frame. His chest was broad and prominent, his navel deep and spiral like an eddy, and his belly looked charming with its three folds. He was stark naked, with hair flung about his face, had long arms, and shone like one of the highest gods. He possessed a swarthy complexion, captivated the heart of women, and by his charming youth, graceful limbs, and winsome smiles, although he had concealed his spiritual glow behind a crazy appearance, the sages present there recognized him by his characteristic features and rose from their seats to receive him. We complete the reading. King Vishnu Ratha Parikshit, so called because his life had been preserved by Lord Vishnu, that is Sri Krishna himself, of whom we have spoken before, bowed his head to the stranger who had called on him on his own accord and did homage to him. The ignorant women and children thereupon withdrew and worshipped by all. The sage occupied an exalted seat, surrounded by host of Brahmana sages, royal sages, celestial sages. The divine Shika, who was greatest among the great, shone most resplendent, even as the moon in the midst of all the planets, constellations, and stars. When that sage of unfailing wisdom had taken his seat, fully composed, the king, who was a devotee of the Lord, approached him and, touching his feet with his head, stood attentive before him. Then, bowing again, with joined palms, he questioned the sage in sweet accents. Parikshit said, "Oh, how blessed are we today, O holy sage, in that we, while Kshatriyas have been considered worthy of a visit by saints, have been so graciously consecrated by you by calling on us as our guest. Men's houses are instantly purified by your remembrance, much more by your sight and touch, by washing your feet, offering a seat to you, and so on. Men's worst sins, O great yogi, are wiped out at once by your very presence, even as the demons are by the presence of Lord Vishnu. I presume Lord Sri Krishna, the friend of Pandavas, is pleased with me. It is for the pleasure of his cousins, the Pandavas, that he has acted in a friendly manner even towards me, their scion. Otherwise, how could we human beings, much less those who are about to die, obtain the privilege of seeing you, whose movements are so obscure and who have fully realized the object of human life and live in a lonely forest? Therefore, I inquire of you, the greatest preceptor of the yogis, character and the means of the highest realization. Me, what should be done under all circumstances by a man who is on the verge of death. Again, tell me, my lord, what should be done by men in general? What should they hear? What should they repeat with their tongue? What should they keep in their mind? What should they resort to? And what should they avoid? For nowhere, O divine sage, are you seen to stay at the door of householders, even for the brief space of time taken in a milking a cow. Suta continued, thus addressed and questioned by the king in soft accents. The king Shuka, the son of Badarayana, who was conversant with Dharma, made answer as follows, which will come in the next canto. Thus ends the 19th discourse entitled The Visit of Shuka in Book 1 of the great and glorious Bhagavad Purana, otherwise known as the Paramahamsa Samhita, composed by the sage Vyasa and consisting of 18,000 shlokas. Beautiful. Navaidam rajaršivarya chitram bhavatsu krishnam samanuvrateshu yedhyasanam rajakirita jushtam sadyo jahur bhagavat parshvakamaha sarve vayam tavadihasmahedya kalevaram yavadasau vihaya लुक्कं परं विरजस्कं विशोकं यास्यत्ययं भागवत प्रधानः आश्रित्य तदृशि गणवचः परीक्षेत् समं मधुच्युद्गुरु चाव्यलीकम् आभाषतैनानभिनन्द्य युक्तान् शुश्रूषमाणश्चरितानि विष्णोः समागताः सर्वत एव सर्वे वेदा यथा मूर्तिधरा स्त्रीपृष्ठे नेहाथवामुत्र च कश्चनार्थः ऋते परानुग्रह आत्मशीलम् ततश्च वः पृच्छमिमं विपृच्छे विश्रभ्य विप्रा इति कृत्यतायाम् सर्वात्मनां म्रियमाणैश्च कृत्यं शुद्धं च तत्रामृषताभियुक्ताः तत्राभवद्भगवान् व्यासपुत्रः यदृच्छया गामटमानोऽनपेक्षः अलक्ष्यलिङ्गो निजलाभतुष्टः वृतश्च बालैरवधूतवेषः बोलिए श्री शुक भगवान् महाराज की जय। तं द्व्यष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद करोरुबाहुंसकपोलगात्रम् चार्वायताक्षोन्नसतुल्यकर्ण शुभ्रवाननं कम्बुसुजातकण्ठम् निगूढजत्रुं पृथुतुङ्गवक्षः समावर्तनाभिं बलिवल्गुदरं च दिगम्बरं वक्त्रविकीर्णकेशं प्रलम्ब बाहुं स्वमरोत्तमाभम् श्यामं सदा पीचवयोऽङ्गलक्ष्म्या स्त्रीणां मनोज्ञं रुचिरस्मितेन प्रत्युस्थितास्ते मुनयः स्वासनेभ्यः तल्लक्षणज्ञा अपि गूढवर्चसं स विष्णुरातोऽतिथया गताय तस्मै सपर्यां शिरसा जहार ततो निवृत्ता ह्यबुधा स्त्रियोर्भकाः महासने सोपविवेश पूजितः स संवृतस्तत्र महान् महीयसाम् ब्रह्मर्षि राजर्षि देवर्षि संघैः यरोचतालं भगवान् यथेन्दुः ग्रहर्क्षतारानिकरैः परीतः प्रशान्तमासीनमकुण्ठमेधसं मुनिन्द्रुपो भागवतोऽभ्युपेत्य प्रणम्य मूर्धावहितः कृताञ्जलिः नत्वा गिरासु नृतयान्वपृच्छत् परीक्षिदुवाच अहो अद्य वयं ब्रह्मन् सत्सेव्याः क्षत्रबन्धवः कृपयातिथिरूपेण भवद्भिस्तीर्थकाः कृताः येषां संस्मरणात् पुंसां सद्य शुद्ध्यन्ति वैगृहाः किं पुनर्दर्शनस्पर्श पादशौचासनादिभिः सान्निध्यात्ते महायोगिन् पातकानि महान्त्यपि सद्यो नश्यन्ति वै पुंसां विष्णोरिव सुरेतराः अपि मे भगवान् प्रीतः कृष्णः पाण्डुसुतप्रियः वैतृष्वसेय प्रीत्यर्थम् तद्गोत्रस्याप्तबान्धवः अन्यथा ते व्यक्तगते अन्यथा ते व्यक्तगतेर्दर्शनन्दः कथं नृणात् नितरां म्रियमाणानां संसिद्धस्य वनीयसः अतः पृच्छामि संसिद्धिं योगिनां परमं गुरुं पुरुषस्येह यत्कार्यं म्रियमाणस्य सर्वथा यच्छ्रोतव्यमथो जप्यम् यत्कर्तव्यं नृभिः प्रभो स्मर्तव्यं भजनीयं वा ब्रूहि यद्वा विपर्ययम् नूनं भगवतो ब्रह्मन् गृहेषु गृहमेधिनां न लक्ष्यते ह्यवस्थानम् अपि गोदोहनं क्वचित् सूत उवाच एवमाभाषितः पृष्टः स राज्ञाश्लक्ष्णया गिरा प्रत्यभाषत धर्मज्ञः भगवान् बादरायणिः ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे वैयासिक्याम् अष्टादशसाहस्र्यां पारमहंस्यां संहितायां प्रथमस्कन्धे शुकागमनं नामैकोनविंशोऽध्यायः हरि ओम् तत्सत् इति प्रथमस्कन्धः समाप्तः श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. With His grace, we have completed this now officially the class. Let's get on directly into the second canto. Please volunteer, raise your hands. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः.
इति श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम्
श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम्
द्वितीय स्कन्धः
द्वितीय स्कन्धः
अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः
अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः
श्रीशुक उवाच
श्रीशुक उवाच
वरीयानेश ते प्रश्नः
वरीयानेष ते प्रश्नः
कृतो लोकहितो नृप
कृतो लोकहितो नृप
आत्मवित्सम्मतः पुंसाम्
आत्मवित्सम्मतः पुंसाम्
श्रोतव्यादिषु यः परः
श्रोतव्यादिषु यः परः
श्रोतव्यादीनि राजेन्द्र
श्रोतव्यादीनि राजेन्द्र
नृणां सन्ति सहस्रशः
नृणां सन्ति सहस्रशः
अपश्यतामात्मतत्त्वम्
अपश्यतात्मात्मतत्त्वम्
आत्मात्मनो अपश्यतामात्मतत्त्वम्
अपश्यतामात्मतत्त्वम्
गृहेषु गृहमेधिनाम्
गृहेषु गृहमेधिनाम्
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तम्
निद्रया ह्रियते नक्तम्
व्यवायेन च वावयः
व्यवायेन च वाव्यवयः
दिवाचार्थे हया राजन्
दिवाचार्थे हया राजन्
कुटुम्बभरणेन वा
कुटुम्बभरणेन वा
देहापत्यकलत्रादिषु
देहापत्यकलत्रादिषु
आत्मसैन्येष्वसत्स्वपि
आत्मसैन्येष्वसत्स्वपि
तेषां प्रमत्तो निधनम्
तेषां प्रमत्तो निधनम्
पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति
पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति
तस्माद् भारत सर्वात्मा
तस्माद् भारत सर्वात्मा
भगवान् ईश्वरो हरिः।
भगवान् ईश्वरो हरिः
श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च
श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च
स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छता भयम्।
स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छता भयम्.
To 5-5 so that it doesn't confuse.
So shall I start from Shuka Uvacha only?
Yeah, correct. Shri Shukavacha.
Shri Shuka Uvacha वरीयानेशते प्रश्नः कृतो लोकहितो नृप आत्मवित् सम्मतः पुंसां श्रोतव्यादिषु यः परः श्रोतव्यादीनि राजेन्द्र नृणां सन्ति सहस्रशः अपश्यतामात्मतत्त्वं गृहेषु गृहमेधिनां निद्रया क्रियते नक्तं व्यवायेन च वावयः दिवाचार्थे हया राजन् कुटुम्बभरणेन वा देहापत्यकलत्रादिषु अवात्मनै अवात्मसै
No, Avatma.
sorry
Atmasai.
yeah sorry I'll do it again देहापत्यकलत्रादिषु आत्मसैन्येष्वसत्स्वपि तेषां प्रमत्तो निधनं पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति तस्माद् भारत सर्वात्मा भगवान् ईश्वरो हरिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छदा चेच्छता भयम्
स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छता भयम्
स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छता भयम्.
Have half an hour. That's okay. Rajamma, you can come over for next 5. Lataji, don't lower your hand. If time is there, we will repeat the round. Because we started little late. Next 5. Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्याम्
Swadharma Parinishthaya
स्वधर्मपरिनिष्ठया
Janmalabhav Param Janmalabhav Parah Pumsam
जन्मलाभः परं पुंसाम्
Parah Pumsam
परः पुंसाम्
Ante Narayana Smritihi
अन्ते नारायणस्मृतिः
Rayena Munayo Rajan
प्रायेण मुनयो राजन्
Nivritta Vidhishedhatah
निवृत्ता विधिषेधतः
नैर्गुण्यस्थारमन्ते स्म
नैर्गुण्यस्थारमन्ते स्म
गुणानुकथने हरेः
गुणानुकथने हरेः
इदं भागवतं नाम
इदं भागवतं नाम
पुराणं ब्रह्म संहितम्
पुराणं ब्रह्म संहितं
अभी
ब्रह्म संहितम्
अधीतवान् द्वापरादौ
अधीतवान् द्वापरादौ
पितुर्द्वैपायनादहम्
पितुद्वैपायनादहम्
परिनिष्ठितोऽपि परिनिष्ठितोऽपि नैर्गुण्यः
परिनिष्ठितोऽपि नैर्गुण्यः
उत्तमश्लोकलीलया
उत्तमश्लोकलीलया
गृहीतचेता राजर्षे
गृहीतचेता राजर्षि
आख्यानै यदधीतवान्
Your video was not clear. We couldn't hear you, Varshaji.
The internet got disrupted. Okay. आख्यानै यदधीतवान्
आख्यानं यदधीतवान्
तदहन्तेऽभिधास्यामि
तदहं तेऽभिदास्यामि
महापौरुषिको भवान्
महापौरुषिको भवान्
यस्य श्रद्धतामाशु
यस्य श्रद्धतमाशु
यस्य श्रद्धतामाशु
यस्य श्रद्धतामाशु
स्यान्मुकुन्दे मतिः सती
स्यान्मुकुन्दे मतिः सती
Okay.
एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मपरिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परः पुंसाम् अन्ते नारायणस्मृतिः प्रायेण मुनयो राजन् निवृत्ता विधिषेधतः नैर्गुण्यस्थारमन्ते स्म गुणानुकथने हरेः इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्म संहितम् अधीतवान् द्वापरादौ पितुद्वैपायनादहम् परिनिष्ठितोऽपि नैर्गुण्यः उत्तमश्लोकलीलया गृहीतचेता राजर्षे आख्यानं यदधीतवान्
Let's do Visarga. Rajarshehe. We have to give Visarga there.
ओके गृहीतचेता राजर्षेः आख्यानं यदधीतवान् तदहन्तेऽभिदास्यामि महापौरुषिको भवान् यस्य श्रद्धदतामाशु स्वान्मुकुन्दे मतिः सती
Yes. I'll call you again if we have time.
Okay.
Vidyaji, for next 5. Etanirvidyamananam. You can unmute yourself.
एतन्निर्विद्यमानानाम्
इच्छतामकुतो भयम्
इच्छतां मकुतो भयम्
योगिनां नृपनिर्नीतम्
योगिनां नृपनिर्नीतम्
हरेर्नामानुकीर्तनम्
हरेर्नामानुकीर्तनम्
किं प्रमत्तस्य बहुभिः
किं प्रमत्तस्य बहुभिः
परोक्षैर्हायनैरिह
परोक्षैर्हायनैरिह
वरं मुहूर्तं विदितम्
वरं मुहूर्तं विदितम्
घटेत श्रेयसे यतः
घटेत श्रेयसे यतः
खट्वाङ्गो नाम राजर्षिः
खट्वाङ्गो नाम राजर्षिः
ज्ञात्वे यत्तामिहायुषः
ज्ञात्वे यत्ताममिहायुषः
ज्ञात्वे यत्तामिहायुषः
ज्ञात्वे यत्तामिहायुषः
मुहूर्तात् सर्वमुत्सृज्य
मुहूर्तात् सर्वमुत्सृज्य
गतवान् अभयं हरिम्
गतवान् अभयं हरिम्
तवाप्येतर्हि कौरव्य
तवाप्येतर्हि कौरव्य
सप्ताहं जीवितावधिः
सप्ताहं जीवितावधिः
उपकल्पय तत्सर्वम्
उपकल्पय तत्सर्वम्
आवद्यत्साम्परायिकम्
तावत् यत् साम्प्रदायिकम्
अन्तकाले तु पुरुषः
अन्तकाले तु पुरुषः
आगते गतसाध्वसः
आगते गतसाध्वसः
छिन्द्यादसङ्गशस्त्रेण
छिन्द्यादसङ्गशस्
छिन्द्यात्
छिन्द्यादसङ्गशस्त्रेण
दुहान्देहेनु ये च तम्
स्पृहान्देहेनु ये च तम् एतन्निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छतामत्कुतो भयम् योगिनां नृपनिर्नीतम् हरेर्नामानुकीर्तनम् किं प्रमत्तस्य बहुभिः परोक्षैर्हायनैरिह वरं मुहूर्तं विदितम् घटेत श्रेयसे यतः खट्वाङ्गो नाम राजर्षिः ज्ञात्वे यत्तामिहायुषः मुहूर्तात् सर्वमुत्सृज्य गतवान् अभयं हरिम् तवाप्येतर्हि कौरव्य सप्ताहं जीवितावधिः उपकल्पय तत्सर्वं तावत् यत् साम्प्रदायिकम् अन्तकाले तु पुरुषः आगते गतसाध्वसः छिन्द्यादसङ्गशस्त्रेण स्पृहान्देहेनु ये च तम्.
Thank you. We fall back again if the time is there. Just don't lower the hand. Radha Krishna ji. The next 5 or 6. Grihat pravrajito dhiraha
गृहात् प्रव्रजितो धीरः
महाप्राण पुण्यतीर्थजलाप्लुतः
पुण्यतीर्थजलाप्लुतः
शुचौ विविक्तासीनः
शुचौ विविक्त आसीनः
विधिवत् कल्पितासने
विधिवत् कल्पितासने
अभ्यसेन् मनसा शुद्धम्
अभ्यसेन्मनसा शुद्धम्
त्रिबुद् ब्रह्माक्षरं परम्
त्रिवृत् ब्रह्माक्षरं परम्
मनो यच्छेज्जितश्वासः
मनो यच्चिज्जिदश्वासः
ब्रह्मबीजमविस्मरन्
ब्रह्मबीजमविस्मरन्
नियच्छेद्विषयेभ्योक्षाम्
नियच्छेदविषयेभ्यः.
What happened to Vidya ji in between? Can you mute yourself?
नियच्छेद्विषयेभ्यक्षाम्
Kshan. नियच्छेद्विषयेभ्योक्षाम्
नियच्छेद्विषयेभ्योक्षाम्
You're saying sham.
शाम् शाम्
No,
शाम्
don't
शाम्
say kshan it should be, but it should, I think it will become kshat, ta, but I'm not sure whether the ta will come or not. I'll think over, but at the moment we'll say no only, but I think it's going to become ta. Niyaच्छेद्विषयोक्षाम्. Huh.
नियच्छेद्विषयेभ्योक्षान्
मनसा बुद्धिसारथिः
मनसा बुद्धिसारथिः
मनः कर्मभिराक्षिप्तम्
मनः कर्मभिराक्षिप्तम्
शुभार्थे धारयेद् धिया
शुभार्थे धारयेद्धिया
तत्रैकावयवम् ध्यायेत् the ending
तत् तत्रैकावयवं ध्यायेत्
the ending अव्युच्छिन्नेन चेतसा
अभ्युच्छिन्नेन चेतसा
मनो निर्विषयं युक्त्वा
मनो निर्विषयं युक्त्वा
ततः किञ्चन न स्मरेत्
ततः किञ्चन न स्मरेत्
पदन्तत्परमं विष्णोः
पदं तत्परमं विष्णोः
मनो यत्र प्रसीदति
मनो यत्र प्रसीदति
रजस्तमोभ्यामाक्षिप्तम्
रजस्तमोभ्यामाक्षिप्तम्
विमूढं मन आत्मनः
विमूढं मन आत्मनः
यच्छेद्धारणया धीरः
यच्चेद्धारणया धीरः
हन्ति या तत्कृतं मलम्
अन्धिया तत्कृतं मलम्
यस्यां सन्धार्यमाणायाम्
यस्यां सन्धार्यमाणायाम्
योगिनो भक्तिलक्षणः
योगिनो भक्तिलक्षणः
आशु सम्पद्यते योगः
आशु सम्पद्यते योगः
आश्रयं भद्रमीक्षतः
आश्रयं भद्रमीक्षतः गृहात् प्रव्रजितो धीरः पुण्यतीर्थजलाप्लुतः शुचौ विविक्त आसीनः विधिवत् कल्पितासने अभ्यसेन्मनसा शुद्धं त्रिवृद्ब्रह्माक्षरं परं मनो यच्चिज्जिदश्वासः ब्रह्मबीजमविस्मरन् नियच्चेद्विषयेभ्योक्षान् मनसा बुद्धिसारथिः मनः कर्माभिराक्षिप्तम् शुभार्थे धारयोद्धिया तत्रैकावयवं ध्यायेत् अभ्युच्छिन्नेन चेतसा मनो निर्विषयं युक्त्वा ततः किञ्चन न स्मरेत् पदं तत्परमं विष्णोः मनो यत्र प्रसीदति राजस्तमोभ्यमाक्षिप्तं
not ra
रजस्तमोभ्यामाक्षिप्तं विमूढं मन आत्मनः यच्चेद्वारणया धीरः अन्धिया तत्कृतं मलं यस्यां सन्धार्यमाणायां योगिनो भक्तिलक्षणः आशु सम्पद्यते योगः आश्रयं भद्रमीक्षतः.
Let's see the meaning. Sri Shuka replied, this inquiry of, so the last canto, Parikshit has asked, Parikshit is overwhelmed. He has realized his mistake that he being a king, he should not have shown his anger or thoughtlessness on that sage. But in the meanwhile, he has got the curse also. But before that, he could know, he said, I have done that. He was repenting. He said he will do fast unto death. And then so many sages came. In that, Shuka Maharaj Ji came, where he said his Jai Jaikar. And then the description, beautiful description of Shuk Maharaj Ji's camp. He's just 16 years old, but his tejas is so much. Parikshit has asked him so many questions. So now one by one the answers. So the homework is write down those questions separately. So we should have a Bhagavad notebook, because so many things are coming now. We should have a notebook. Write down those questions. Then when these answers would come, you should be able to mark it and correlate it over there, because otherwise it's going to slip out. So we need those answers to those questions. So now he starts. Sri Shuka replies, this inquiry of yours, made with a view to the good of the world, O king, is most welcome. It is esteemed by the knowers of the self and is the most important of all that is worth hearing, remembering, or chanting. There are thousands of things worth hearing and attending to, O ruler of kings, for men who are attached to their home and engaged in performing the 5 great sacrifices enjoined on the householders are blind to the truth of the self. The span of life, O king, is stolen away at night by sleep or by population, and in the daytime by endeavors to make money or to provide for the family. Maddened by affection for those that are intimately connected with oneself, that is one's body, progeny, wife, and so on, unreal as they are, one fails to visualize their end, though actually witnessing it. Therefore, O descendant of Bharata, he who seeks to attain the fearless stage, that's of moksha, should listen to, recite, and dwell on the stories of the Almighty Lord Sri Hari, the soul of the universe. Underline this and keep. To be put in the mind of Sri Narayana at the last moment of one's life, that alone is the supreme reward of human birth. Howsoever this may be earned through self-knowledge or devotion, or even through steadfastness to one's sacred duty. Even ascetics, O king, that are established in the absolute and have reached beyond the sphere in injunctions and inhibitions, generally delight in discoursing on the virtues of Sri Hari. This Purana, which is known by the name of Bhagavata and is as sacred as the Vedas, I studied towards the end of the Dwapara age from my father, the sage Dvaipayana, Vyasji. Fully established I was in the absolute, my heart was captivated by the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna of excellent renown. That is how I studied this Purana, O royal sage. You being a votary of Lord Vishnu, I shall recite the self-same Purana to you, for the mind of those who repose their faith in this Purana quickly conceives disinterested love for Sri Krishna, the bestower of liberation. For those who have developed an aversion for this world and seek to attain the fearless state, as well as for realized souls that have attained union with God, O King, the chanting of Sri Hari's names has been concluded to be the best means as well as the end. To a man who is negligent about his own interests, of what use in this world are long years of life that slip away unnoticed, are spent in ignorance means. Use in this world are long years of life that spent away unnoticed, underlined. Much more valuable is the hour consciously spent in endeavoring for the highest good. Having come to know that he was to live only for an hour more, the royal sage Khatvanga renounced everything in that short space of time and sought refuge with Sri Hari, who dispels all fear. The limit of your life, O descendant of Guru, is yet 7 days from now. Meanwhile, accomplish all that is conducive to your welfare hereafter. When the hour of death comes, man should shake off all fear and cut with the sword of non-attachment the tie of affection for his body, as well as for those that are connected with it. Full of self-control, he should quit the house, bathe in the holy waters of some sacred stream or lake, and then squatting on a seat, made according to the scriptural ordinance in a clean and secluded spot, should repeat with his mind the holy pranava consisting of 3 parts, U and Ma. Nay, controlling his breath, he should also subdue his mind taking care not to forget the pranava, the seed of the Vedas. Having reason for his helpmate, he should withdraw his senses from their objects with his mind, and by dint of his reason, fix his mind, distracted as it is by tendencies to action, on the blessed form of the Lord. With a concentrated mind, he should meditate on any one limb of his body. When the mind is withdrawn from all external objects, by thus fixing it on one limb at a time, he should be so completely absorbed in the thought on the Lord that he should cease to think of anything else. Such a state is the supreme reality of Lord Vishnu, by attaining which the mind is flooded with the ecstasy of divine love. If, in the course of such meditation, one's mind is distracted by force of rajas, passion, or obscured by force of tamas, darkness, or opacity, a wise man should curb it through concentration, which destroys the impurity occasioned by rajas and tamas. When through the practice of such concentration, the practicing yogi is able to behold his blissful object, the Lord, he forthwith attains yoga, union with the God, which is characterized by bhakti, loving devotion. Such important answers are here. Make a note separately as per the understanding, because this nectar will not come back again. And while marking the verse, mark verse number 5 and mark verse number 9 and 15. श्रीशुक उवाच वरीयानेश ते प्रश्नः कृतो लोकहितो नृप आत्मवित्सम्मतः पुंसाम् श्रोतव्यादिषु यः परः श्रोतव्यादीनि राजेन्द्र नृणां सन्ति सहस्रशः अपश्यतामात्मतत्त्वम् गृहेषु गृहमेधिनां निद्रया ह्यते नक्तं व्यवायेन च वावयः विवाचार्थे हया राजन् कुटुम्बभरणेन वा देहापत्यकलत्रादिषु आत्मसैन्येष्वसत्स्वपि तेषां प्रमत्तो निधनं पश्यन्नपि न पश्यति तस्माद् भारत सर्वात्मा underline this verse, mark it. भगवान् ईश्वरो हरिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च स्मर्तव्यश्चेच्छता भयम्. And if possible, memorize. It is a star. It is a very important one. एतावान् साङ्ख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्मपरिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभः परः पुंसां अन्ते नारायणस्मृतिः. नारायणस्मृति अन्ते, that word, that phrase underline. प्रायेण मुनयो राजन् निवृत्ता विधिषेधतः नैर्गुण्यस्थारमन्ते स्म गुणानुकथने हरेः. इदं भागवतं नाम पुराणं ब्रह्म संहितम् अधीतवान् द्वापरादौ पितुर्द्वैपायनादहम् परिनिष्ठितोऽपि निर्गुण्यः उत्तमश्लोकलीलया गृहीतचेता राजर्षेः आख्यानं यदधीतवान् तदहन्तेऽभिधास्यामि महापौरुषिको भवान् यस्य श्रद्धदतामाशु स्यान्मुकुन्दे मतिः सति एतन्निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छतामकुतो भयम् योगिनां नृपनिर्णीतम् हरेर्नामानुकीर्तनम् किं प्रमत्तस्य बहुभिः परोक्षैर्हायनैरिह वरं मुहूर्तं विदितं घटेत श्रेयसे यतः. घटेत श्रेयसे is a dvitva. I think while chanting we didn't do. Ghate tashreyase, tashreya should happen. I think at that time I didn't say. खट्वाङ्गो नाम राजर्षिः ज्ञात्वे यत्तामिहायुषः मुहूर्तात् सर्वमुत्सृज्य गतवान् अभयं हरिं तवाप्येतर्हि कौरव्य सप्ताहं जीवितावधिः उपकल्पय तत्सर्वं तावद्यत्साम्परायिकम् अन्तकाले तु पुरुषः आगते गतसाध्वसः छिन्द्यादसङ्गशस्त्रेण स्पृहान् देहेनुये च तं गृहात् प्रव्रजितो धीरः पुण्यतीर्थजलाप्लुतः शुचौ विविक्तासीनः विधिवत् कल्पितासने अभ्यसेन् मनसा शुद्धं त्रिवृद् ब्रह्माक्षरं परं मनो यच्छेज्जितश्वासः ब्रह्मबीजमविस्मरन् नियच्छेद्विषयेभ्योक्षात् विषयोभ्योक्षात्. So only ending will come. मनसा बुद्धिसारथिः मनः कर्मभिराक्षिप्तं शुभार्थे धारयेद्धिया तत्रैकावयवं ध्यायेत् अव्युच्छिन्नेन चेतसा मनो निर्विषयं युक्त्वा ततः किञ्चन न स्मरेत् पदं तत्परमं विष्णोः मनो यत्र प्रसीदति रजस्तमोभ्यामाक्षिप्त विमूढं मन आत्मनः यच्छेद्धारणया धीरः हन्ति या तत्कृतं मलं यस्यां सन्धार्यमाणायां योगिनो भक्तिलक्षणः आशु सम्पद्यते योगः आश्रयं भद्रमीक्षतः. Actually, we did the first canto bit. Otherwise, we had enough time to complete this chapter today. But we'll go with the Lord's will and wish so that we can ponder over these deep answers what he has given and make a note of it. And come back next week, we'll complete that. And then probably we'll enter immediately the chapter 2, which is little longer to finish in one session. So probably it's just right. Next week we finish a little bit of it and then the following week. But if we miss that, no, then otherwise we were having this one chapter per session, that count will get disturbed when this half thing happens. Never mind. Anyways, keep chanting Lord's name. This is what Shukdev has said. And those who are in Narayaniam class, those who have participated in memorizing it, now it's become easy because every day we'll have to think of Lord only. There is no moment. So those who have not participated in memorizing Narayaniam, do participate. It's fun because it doesn't allow you to think anything else but Lord. So I felt, oh, that's nice. He's just saying all that which we are doing. There is no other alternative if you want to memorize certain things. So to participate, revealing Bhagavad Mahapuran, whatever we have is Lord Krishna only in our hand. This is what we chant in Dhyana Shloka. There is nothing more needed in life. May we grow in Bhagavad's depth. It's so infinite, and our growth also should be infinite. Let's end today's session. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om everyone. Thank you for joining.
Varshaji.
Thank you,
Next
Varshaji.
week, we are having that presentation, isn't it? So that means we won't.
Is it 18th so soon?
No, the week after.
Okay, sorry.
Week after. Week after.
It's a week after. Yeah, it wouldn't be so
Oh, it's
soon.
not next week?
It's not next week.
Oh, I thought it was next week. Okay.
There is a lot of time.
Okay. No, because then if that time also will be taken away. So I was just thinking how we
Yeah.
would.
Yeah. But it's we should have, no? See, on our own we can't
Yes,
do the
definitely
entire
we should have.
canto one
Yes,
summary.
100%.
On
Yeah,
our
we
own
should.
we cannot do. Somebody is doing two chapters and coming. It's easy
Yes,
to
yes,
do two chapter,
yes, yeah,
and then that would be a solid thing with us.
sure.
So if
But it's
anybody
not going to. I can just tell it also. I don't have to have. I mean, I'm not good in making.
to make a presentation or anything, you can just
Yes,
tell,
like
and
this.
you would be writing your points somewhere,
Yes,
right?
in my
So
in my.
those, so that you write in a very legible writing, so that you
Yes.
can take a picture and post in the group. So
Okay.
like then everybody has a collection of
Yes.
that summary.
Okay.
And then if anybody has to work on their own thing, then they can build upon that summary. So it becomes
Okay.
easier, no? We get points
Yes.
from here
Yes.
and there. And sometimes somebody is thinking of the point which we have not thought. So then that also gets churning. And it becomes easy because we are dealing with 18,000 verses. So it's good to divide it and count.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
And the second canto will finish faster, not like first canto. It will finish faster. So the next summary will also come. So now when we are studying the chapter wise, it's good to start making notes that time only and
Yes.
rethink
Yes.
about it. Then it
Definitely.
becomes very beautiful. And then you can correlate always with Narayanyam because Narayanyam is the Sanshipta form of this. So you will get the points from that chapter very easily. And yesterday in Eknathi Bhagavat, we had read this only, Antakale. And we took Gita example yesterday. So it's connecting. So Eknathi Bhagavat is also Bhagavat only, but Bhagavat's 11th canto it is. So everything is falling in sync. When we desire to chant his name, it will come from various sides. When we don't want, it will not come. Then various other attractions will come. So when Shukdev is told today, all the more vehemently we should hold on to Bhagavat and chant his name. Okay. Thank you everyone for
Namaste ji.
joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you.
Dhanyavadah.
Thank you.
Shubharatri.
Thank
Shubharatri.
you.
Hari Om. Thank you. Hari Om.
I was actually reading the Ramakrishna Mission book.
That's also nice, no?
Very beautiful, actually. The very simple words, they use. So
Four
they give
volumes,
heading.
right? Those 4 volumes.
Yeah. So they give a heading for each set. So this is what one should do at the approach of death. Just reading it.
So because that was his question, no? Parikshit's question was what one should do at death.
Okay.
Everything is beautiful when it's so nice.
Oh, it's all so connected. Next week, from Sunday, we are having the Yajna here. Hanuman Chalisa.
Okay, so next Sunday it is.
It's
And this Sunday Ram Navami. Oh, for Ram Navami it is.
Ram Navami morning is celebration in the center. And
Okay.
6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, Swami Abhyananda is speaking on Hanuman Chalisa in PGP Hall.
Oh,
I was
wow.
wondering how people will come for Narayan. I mean, maybe they're not coming for the talks.
Hmm.
It'll be beautiful. Hanuman Chalisa he's talking.
So if people are going to message me, then I would cancel the class. Let me know.
I was thinking maybe, it's one way of telling them that they should attend.
They should not miss them. When Mahatmas come into town, yesterday only I think in Eknathi Bhagavat I said, when Mahatmas come in town, one must be there because in Singapore it's easy. In India, you are just a part of a crowd. You are not ever in vicinity. And even if you want to, the Mahatma will not
You're
even
still recording.
recognize. Oh,